Coast from her album Vows. Her debut album came out in 2011. That's Kimbra. You might have heard her on that very famous song, With Good Intent. It's 16:4. Bone setting, acupressure, acupuncture and needle knife all sound a little scary. Yet for Master Zhao and his ancient Chinese techniques, these have taken him around the world. He's also a writer and holds an MBA from the US too. Master Zhao has just arrived from China to speak at the University of the Sunshine Coast about his writings and his theories on pain management. Then James from the Sunshine Coast is the man who got him here. Good afternoon to both of you.
Good afternoon, Marilyn.
Now, let's talk about these two things that I've probably mispronounced. So, Lajin and Paida?
Yeah, Lajin, Paida, Jin. Yeah.
Okay. So what actually are they?
Lajin, La means stretch. Jin means ligament. So, Lajin means stretching your ligament. Paida, slapping. Easy. Use your own hands.
Okay. So, how did you find out about these practices and how did they come into your life?
I was educated as an economist in Beijing, and then I went to study in the US, but that's in the finance area. So I worked in Wall Street in Hong Kong for over a decade, which totally had nothing to do with self-healing and with Paida Lajin. At the age of 40, I quit from finance and started my journey in search of healers. I discovered all kinds of healers, including bone setting, acupuncture, and all these things. But these things, in spite of their all good healing effect, it cannot be easily used by the normal people like you and me. Let's say if you do acupuncture, you need a license to do that, even in China. So I thought, okay, that might be something better that has been created by God. So I went on my journey. Then I discovered Paida and Lajin. Because stretching and slapping, it's so easy, you can learn it in 1 minute. And you can do it instantly. Could be done by anyone, anywhere, at any time.
Master Zhao, why are you a master? Where does the master come from?
I never call myself master.
Okay.
Yeah, but all these people call me master. They even think I'm a healer. I say, okay, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healer. I just teach you a way, and you learn it and do it all by yourself. Because slapping is easy, stretching, you just lie on a bench, lift up the one leg. In fact, when I first landed in Perth last year, giving my seminar, then this man from Brisbane appeared. He flew all the way to Perth, and he told me he already started practicing this. How long ago? 2 years ago?
2 years.
Yeah, why don't you tell your story?
Well, what happened with me was I got one of these strange emails that usually end up in the junk mail, and the same with this one, it went straight into the junk mail. But a friend of mine rang me the very following day and said, "Did you see that email on the stretching?" I said, "Oh no." He said, "Well, if you find it, have a look and call me back," which I did. But the first minute of this particular video, Master Zhao shows the stretch, and I thought, oh, I've got to try that because I play golf and I want to improve. My back on some mornings were just worse than others, and on Saturday morning playing golf, my back would hurt. And I did some stretches where, that were just warm-up stretches, but they were nothing like this. And when I tried to do the stretch, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for about 15 seconds. It was that intense. Anyway, when I did both the legs, did the one side, did the other side, and when I got up, I had instant relief. I couldn't believe it that my lower back pain was just gone in like less than half a minute.
From this one stretch?
This one particular stretch. I mean, I got up and I couldn't believe it. I thought I mustn't have been listening at school when they taught this particular lesson. Surely everybody knows about this. I mean, it was so simple. Turns out, no, it's not true. It's not common knowledge.
Okay.
In any case, and when I think it was a year and a half later in August, on the website I saw that he was coming to Perth. So I thought, well, I want to go and meet this man and shake his hand and tell him, thank you, you've given me back my life. Because in the beginning, the time I tried to get to 2 minutes, and
of this one stretch,
just to do one leg for 2 minutes and then swap over and 2 minutes. That was my target. But it took me a year to get to 5 minutes.
Mm.
Well, and now I'm doing 10 minutes quite easily, and I'm trying to get to a half an hour. I want to be able to do.
But you're so enthusiastic about this, you made sure that Master Zhao came to the Sunshine Coast.
Oh yeah.
Are you a bit of a groupie, Ben?
No, look. The thing was that I was doing the stretching, but the paida, the slapping component of this modality was a bit strange. And when I showed people, you know, they would just laugh at me because it just was funny. And so when I heard he was coming, I thought, I want to go and find out more about the paida component. And it's exactly what happened. We did the 7-day workshop. Everybody that was there benefited incredibly. And my sister booked herself into the workshop as well without telling me. It was a big surprise. Yeah. And in the 7 days, the transformation in her was unbelievable.
So physical?
Physically, her whole face, she just looked 10 years younger after 1 week.
Oh, I'm definitely giving this a go.
And everybody lost weight. I lost, not that I need to.
No, Ben, you don't.
I lost 2 kilos.
From slapping yourself?
From stretching and slapping. Well, the workshop is more intensive because we have fasting, we have Zen jogging, which I love. The Zen jogging is incredible.
I have to find out about Zen jogging. Master Zhao, can you explain Zen jogging to us, please?
Normally jogging, people run fast, right? But now for the Zen jogging, or we can say meditative jogging, you're not supposed to look around, not even look forward. You only look down upon your footsteps. And all you need to do is to keep the balance between your breathing and your footsteps. If you're out of breath, that means you're doing too fast. Then you need to slow down. So we don't require speed. We require harmony, harmonize. So that is very, very, how to say, focusing.
And you look at your feet?
Yeah, footsteps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And is this something that you do, Ben?
I do. I did. In fact, this morning I did this bit of the Zen jog because it gives you an energy lift. And I felt I needed an energy lift this morning, so I said I'm going to go and do a quick Zen jog. I'd likened it because I didn't know about, what's his name, Jimmy Cliff, is it? Jimmy Cliff, the
musician, the singer?
No, I beg your pardon. The Australian 63-year-old potato farmer who won the marathon.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Oh, no, now you've got me going.
I know,
what's his name? 1300 903 222. What was his name? He won the marathon jog in his gumboots. Yes. They made a movie out of him.
That's good. Yeah. It's basically the Jimmy. I can't think of his last name.
Let's move on.
Anyway, it's a slowed down version of his shuffle.
Yeah.
And it is.
A slowed down version of his shuffle because it was pretty slow.
Yeah, he was. That's right. Well, this is.
There we go. We've got the phone calls coming through. Thank you very much. We're going to find out because both of us have completely forgotten his name and he's, very famous.
Yes.
So that's Zen jogging. He was doing
Cliffy Young.
Cliff Young.
Right.
There we go.
Cliff Young.
Thank you very much for your calls. All the lines have lit up.
Wow.
It's lovely to know our listeners know more than us. 7 to 4 on ABC Sunshine Coast. Now with me in the studio I have Master Zhao and Ben James, who's responsible for bringing Master Zhao to the Sunshine Coast. So what are you doing while you're here on the coast, Master Zhao?
I'm here giving 2 seminars, one in Sunshine Coast tonight at the University of Sunshine Coast at the Innovation Center Auditorium. The other one will be in Brisbane tomorrow. Basically, it's to teach people how to do slapping, how to do stretching, and how to use this to ease all your problems like your lower back pain, your knee pain, frozen shoulders, and all this kind of easy, common problems. But then you can resolve the problem like a piece of cake, like what Ben just said. Actually, I just come here from South Africa. When I landed on Johannesburg Airport, a man called Alex supposed to come to meet me up at the airport. But it's a lady with 2 bunch of flowers. I said, who are you? She said, I come here to meet you because you saved my husband 2 years ago. I said, who are you? Then she told me the story about her husband. Husband fell down from a ladder, couldn't move in bed for 3 months. of course, after trying all the Chinese medicine, Western medicine, all kind of therapies, it didn't work. Then someday they found out a kind of junk mail like what you did.
Yeah.
They just did that for like 10 minutes. Then her husband got up and their work is normal. So it's amazing.
One stretch.
Yeah.
One stretch did all that.
So in the seminars, I would normally invite people from the audience. Whoever has the problem of lower back pain or knee pain who couldn't squat, come and we did stretching right in front of the audience and did slapping right in front of the audience. Then we check out before and after. All the people will see that immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time does it start tonight then?
6:30.
6:30 at the University of Sunshine Coast in the Innovation Centre.
Yes, and as a matter of interest, if any practitioners wish to come out and review this modality, I've got a couple of tickets here. I can meet with you at the studio.
Okay, for review purposes.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll need to discuss that with our boss.
Okay.
But the ABC has very strict policies on what we can and can't give away. But for review purposes, we possibly could.
Yes, yes.
So that's an interesting one. So leave that with us, Ben.
Thank you.
Master Zhao and Ben James, thank you so much for coming in. It's intriguing, and I'm thinking because you saw a video that if I did a Google of this, I might be able to find it
You
online
would.
somewhere as well.
You just input the name.
It was
Beyond-
Marguerite Hess was her name. It was the video was called Beyond 2012, and it was it's Master Hongxi Zhao.
Or you can simply input my name, Hong Chi Xiao. That will
will come
come
up.
to
Yeah.
Hong is HONGCHI. The
Mhm.
last name is XIL. You just input the name on the Google, then that video will appear immediately.
Thank you so much for coming in. It's intriguing. If people want to get those details again, we have them here, 1300 903 222. And thank you for all your calls telling us about Cliff Young, reminding us of his name. We do appreciate it. On ABC Sunshine Coast, it's 4 to 4.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.